go check on Bella.
You doing okay, little one?
Tea? You ready for tea? Dogs don't get tea, but I do. Yeah, you're right. So, I'm waiting for darkness. Yeah, you're right. Just sitting around waiting for darkness. I'm not sitting around, but I am waiting. It's a day. It's a Monday. Yeah, you're right. Truth be told, I woke up not too long ago, and I've been listening to death rock and dark wave from the 80s. I remember that stuff, and I wanted to listen to it this morning. You could call it morning, because I woke up afternoon. I was up working real late last night, editing and other things, and there's a lot going on. Today, I'm in the house, babysitting Bella. That's the older dog. She's blind. And I'm babysitting Tulsa, because Tulsa ain't feeling too good today. She must have ate something. Red bones, You're always finding something when they're on the trail. Anyway, just taking care of the dogs, chilling, hanging out with them. There's stuff going on, right? People are out. Yeah, there's a melancholy feel to everything right now, if you know what I mean. So when I say I'm waiting on darkness, I mean the night. I'm waiting for the sun to go down. But yeah, there's a melancholy feeling going on. Things are heavy. Things are deep. Things are moving. Movements are being made. People are dealing with stuff. Emotions are in the air. And people are just trudging through, right? Dogs are trudging through. I'm trudging through. But I'm not depressed. Things are steep, but I'm not down. I'm enjoying the melancholy vibe. I might end up listening to Bauhaus, maybe The Cure, but that's pretty much cliche, right? Comes with the territory. If you're a kid in the 80s with complainy dogs, anyway, if you're one of them Gen Xers that remembers that stuff from the 80s, the gothy, dark stuff, the post-punk stuff, because you had access to it when you were a kid, you know what I'm saying. I'm not talking necessarily radio stuff, mainstream stuff that never made it there, but it's several million views deep on YouTube, where nobody gave it a peep back in the 80s because they couldn't access it. They couldn't hear it. It wasn't coming from some major studio. It wasn't like on mainstream radio because it wasn't toting the line, right? They didn't sign a particular dotted line, right? And I'm not signing a particular dotted line today. I'm just waiting for the sunshine to dissipate and maybe somebody to come home. But it's one of them days. Might fish, might not, but we're gonna relax when the night falls. Just keep an eye on these dogs and make sure they're happy and walk them a lot. Everybody's got their needs, and that's true of dogs too. Dogs get special needs. Sometimes they have special needs. The kitchen has special needs, the bathroom, everything. You got to give it the time. Yeah. Life is like a juggling act. You'll find this out if you ever try to take on a farm. Time goes everywhere in slots. You juggle your time. You give some time here, some time there throughout the day. You can't always devote a whole day to a project. Sometimes you have to devote an hour to this one, an hour to that one, because you have all these other things you got to take care of when you wake up and before you go to bed and in the middle of the day and whatnot. You know, you got to get the 3 S's out the way. You got to do the laundry. You got to cook the foods. You got to catch the fish. You got to trim the grass. You got to prune the trees. You got to get the eggs out the chicken's butt. Even if you don't live on a farm, you got to perform a juggling act with your time to get a lot done. Unless you signed the dotted line and you're just being told what to do. Well, half the time people are just like, what do you know? What do you know? You're just a Gen Xer with a dog named Boomer. Yeah, I am a Gen Xer with a dog named Boomer. You know why I named my dog Boomer? Well, many reasons. When he showed up, it was just like, boom. He was just booming around. Boom, boom, boom. And like, right, it was just like boom. He was like within, I found him on a major county highway. Someone had dumped him, and I was concerned because I watched him almost get hit 5 times. He finally, after 30 minutes, got within 5 feet of me, and then all of a sudden, boom! It's like he made this decision. I'm your dog. Right? It wasn't super instant, but boom! I got a loyal dog all of a sudden. But here's the joke. All my life, I've had to deal with annoying boomers. They want to judge me just because they simply don't understand what the heck I'm doing. Whether it's in music, art, or fishing, or cooking. Like if I use too much broccoli, they want to unsubscribe, right? I don't like broccoli. Unsubscribe. I've seen that before in other things, but there's too many vegetables in that. I'm just like, whatever. So when I'm out and about in public, I've done this before already since we've had Boomer, and I got some old fart who's a boomer giving me flack or giving me stares or saying some shit or whatever. I stop him. I said, hey, you know I named my dog after you. And they're like, you named your dog Tommy? Oh, I named him Boomer. Hey, Boomer. Truth be told, I really like that meme, the Hey Boomer girl. But what do I know? I'm just a Gen Xer who's gracefully getting old, taking care of his dogs, trying not to feel guilty because he's not out there fishing because that's what he does for a living. Sometimes that's why there's another channel, this channel, because I could still work. If I'm in here taking care of business, taking care of dogs, I can still work. Sure would like to get some fish for dinner though. But yeah, dogs are important. Sometimes you can't leave them for very long when they're on the mend or their owner's not around and they're nervous and scared, and you gotta keep them comfortable because that's what's up. You gotta keep your dogs comfortable when they're not feeling good or when there's some kind of stress bothering them, like with Bella. You know, lots of things have been going on. There's been a lot of people in and out, a lot of commotion, a lot of drama. It's just life, right? life. And I'm in the other room watching women from the 80s with corpse paint on sing lullabies in cemeteries. That was the 80s. That was my youth. Yeah, I know who the Sex Pistols are, but I grew up in a post-punk world. A lot of people don't like to hear this, but it seemed like punk rock was dead. And when I discovered that there were still people in defiance of that term, of that statement, I was like, oh, this is interesting. But I never lost my love for a woman with corpse paint on, black fingernails, black hair, hanging out, drinking coffee or tea, enjoying life, but everyone walking by thinks we're not because we got too much black on. But whatever. Yep. Well. Yeah, good chat. I'm just some old coot, some old Gen Xer. What do I know? Turns out I know quite a bit. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, I'm having that melancholy day, and I'm going to continue having that melancholy day, but I'm going to get things done. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to take care of these dogs. Maybe once the night falls upon me, I'll get out there with the creatures of the night. I'll be one with them, and I'll catch one of them, and I'll eat them. I'll eat a creature of the night. A wet one. Yeah, you're right. Good chat. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, being members of the channel. And yeah, you're right. I will see y'all next time.